Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of the Bastion. So, first off, let me ask you to turn off or whitelist me and any ad blockers, help me make a career. Uh, so last time we finished four of the four apparent combinations of endings to the game. We can't really continue from where we are at and do any more different endings or take any different actions. So we are set. We could do a new game plus, and that would be our third run through. And I don't see any reason to do it though. We've already maxed out everything. It doesn't seem like anything would really change. But I do want to check out the score attack mode. But by doing that, I'm almost certainly going to lose my save game. Yep. So we could do that. I suppose it's only prudent though to do it. Let's just start New Game Plus and do a little bit of confirmation. We don't want to lose our save games. I haven't bothered to go in there and copy the files off my computer or anything. See, even New Game Plus says existing things will be lost. So let's go ahead and do this and just
I'll see you in the next one.
Changes from the second.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one.
We'll just get to the point
Now
where
here's a kid whose whole world got all
get to
twisted,
Bastion.
leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why.
Now I bet if I'd ever just, next time I start, I'm gonna take very slow steps and see if I can get him to say something different.
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the Calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella.
We're gonna
Forced
also
out from
experiment
underground.
if I can just run.
Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
And
Kid's
not
worked up
attack
quite a
things.
thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Just try not to attack anybody. These guys are attacking me. Yep. See, it's not gonna do anything until I hit. So here's your peaceful run thrown out the window. If there was something to
Kid
it.
pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises though. He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Wait, haven't I? Anyway, Rondé's place just brings back memories.
So
Then
that
Kid finds
was
his
the
trusty
same
shield.
ending, same conversation as the first one.
The security takes him for a petty thief. Clang. Shield saves his hide. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
Taking them all out really easily. Being
Kid
super
sees the way
overpowered.
to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Let's see what he says.
Rondé always wanted his ashes scattered here.
Nothing different there.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling. He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Alright, so let's look here quickly and see if there's anything new. Doesn't look like it. I'm not gonna bother to...
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
So the gel canister is here, unlocked, but I'm not seeing anything else unlocked.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
They were gonna indicate that there was something was gonna be majorly different.
Right back at you.
Within these first couple levels, because you're gonna lose just taking this long to give a clear indicator. Just too long for most players. In fact, a lot of players would not even bother to play it a second time.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Kid puts him out of his misery. He finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
You know what? It's faster
Down
to
he
go
goes.
this way.
Down toward the Bastion.
I had not intended
Now the kid
to
sees something
play
stranger still. His
this all the
mind
way
races.
through.
Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell.
No, we don't.
And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
So, if there would be anything different
Kid
here,
ponders
it
what to
would
build.
be the arsenal.
The Bastion's a place of
My
peace,
guess, at
but we
least
can
where
hold
we
our
found
own if we have to.
secret skill.
Seen a lot of strange before, but this takes the cake.
No new weapons. So this will be interesting.
Some things just ain't meant for this world, but who are we to judge?
So we can't get the little friend until we can talk to Zia about it. So I was wondering if it would pop up right where he is. Well, I guess it would.
Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
So it doesn't look like anything whatsoever is different. So let's exit to the menu. Sorry if this is a longer episode. And now we do score tag mode.
I'll see you in the next one. Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning.
It's getting the second.
Ain't so simple with this one.
Um,
Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted. leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
Run dialogue.
He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
I'm gonna walk very slow and see if he says something different.
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why.
Nope. I don't see any way to make him. No, I could.
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion.
So, what gets me scores? Fragment?
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the Calamity. That a survivor?
Damage done?
No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him
So I
good.
got 30 scores.
Fella got a piece of him though.
Getting fragments.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Completely upgraded. So I'm back to just the default weapon. Or if they are upgraded, they're not upgraded. So it says +9 times 1, and then it falls down. So we get bonuses if we had long streaks of killing enemies. That'd be pretty difficult on this level, but
He sets
easy
foot
enough to
inside
do
one of
others.
Celandia's famous watering holes. Wait, haven't I? Anyway, Rhonda's place just brings back memories. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Clang. Shield saves his hide.
Things supposed to be in the shape of one of the gods? I bet they are.
Windbags start turning up for last call.
So 150 at times 7. Look at that.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork.
162 times 7.
A big old fella
Barely.
pops out in front of the kid.
7 is the maximum. And getting hit. Oh, went to 8. Oh, went to 9. Oh, 10, 11.
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window.
231
It's a bit of a
times
drop.
11. I
He
could
gets a good
certainly
look at
see
things
the
on his
score
way
attack
down.
mode being an interesting way to
He lands on
expand
top of a
the-
breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Not gonna try for a very high score. We've seen how it works. Come on, really?
Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true. He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town.
Okay, so we only have one thing that we can use. We are back to level 1.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
And we only have the things we found so far on this level. So this would be a big
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
This is really where the score attack mode would have done better as being unlocked the same as the no sweat mode. Those are just modes that would be helpful. You've seen me play this game several times.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air.
Normal mode's fine. No
Scumbags.
sweat mode's fine.
Kid
Really,
maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
It's the same anyway. Like, if you had no sweat mode and you used the champagne, then it would be pretty easy since you had no sweat mode.
Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Kid puts him out of his misery.
It's pretty difficult on the
He's a mighty fast learner.
but once you get up ahead of the curve, it's not that difficult.
He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
Alright, so let's
Down
just
he
go
goes.
this way.
Down toward the Bastion.
Just skip that
Now
whole
the kid
scene.
sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell.
No, we don't. So
And just like
I
that,
kind of feel
the
like
Bastion
the
comes alive.
replayability of levels
Starts growing again.
and
Growing
getting
stronger.
a score should have just
Kid's
been
gotta put its
integrated
power
into
to
the
good
main
use.
game. Trying
Now
to
the
push
Bastion
people
can
to
send
play
them
up
even
to
farther
three
into
times
the wild unknown.
doesn't seem like it's really useful. There was no in screen at that
Kid ponders
level.
what to build.
So to begin with, all the things are built. This is different a little bit, but I still have to pick the arsenal. Maybe eventually I would get to the point where I would get the memorial and try and get some more fragments faster. But first things first, I have to build the arsenal.
The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
So we have the gel canister.
Seen a lot of
with the
strange
secret,
before, but this takes the
Right.
cake.
but we don't have any of the weapons. We don't have anything else.
Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
So finally, on score attack mode, we can go back to the Wharf District.
The Wharf District. Folks sail deep into the boundless sea from here.
That's the first level we just did. We could go over and over again, trying to get higher scores, but it didn't really show us any scores. We could go do the proving grounds over and over again. I like this. It needs a little check mark on it or something, so we know we've already done it, or just put the score on top of it or something. But yeah, I like this. I wish it was integrated into the main game, because there's no way we're gonna do a third run on this game just for a higher score attack mode. Not anytime soon, at least. Maybe a couple of years from now I'll do score attack mode and just revisit this game, but in a row it's not realistic at all. So score attack mode doesn't make a lot of sense in the where it's unlocked. I think a scoring system should have been in normal mode. I think repeatable areas should be in normal mode. And then all the structure, spirits, and idols unlocked, well, that should just be New Game Plus mode, which should also include the scoring and the repeatable areas. So this is kind of silly for it to be its own separate mode. If you're less experienced or younger player, play no sweat mode. If you've seen how I've played in this series, and I've only died and had to restart like once in the entire run, and by the end we were super overpowered. And then continue. Let's see what continue picks up. It picks up probably in score
Now the
attack
kid
mode.
sees something stranger still.
Yep.
His mind races. Did anybody else survive?
So
Sure enough, he finds another. He
we've
finds
lost
me.
our save game.
And just like that, the Bastion comes alive.
We've
Starts
lost our
growing
save
again.
game
Growing
at
stronger.
the end of
Kid's
normal
gotta put
mode.
its
We
power to
lost
good
that
use.
completely. Now there are
Now the Bastion
profiles
can send
in
him
the
even
options.
farther into the
So
wild
you
unknown.
could have one profile play one way and one profile play the other, but I
Kid
would
ponders what to build.
say that's probably only just for
The lost and
multiple players.
found. Here, Kid takes fragments of the old world and
Nothing
makes them
new
whole
to be
again.
bought at the Lost and Found. I doubt there are new vigils. I
Kid
doubt
don't know
there are
what's
new,
out there waiting for him. The Skyway.
gods,
Now the kid
anything.
can ride the wind to distant
Yep,
lands.
so we're just at score attack mode again. So we could do profiles, but that's not going to help you really. You can switch to profile and play one in normal mode to the end, and then you could play score attack mode, and then what you could do is on your second profile play just normal mode to the end, then new game plus, then new game plus. So you could split it up that way. You could also try and figure out how to save the save file and do all of that, but you know, make a backup copy of your save file before you start new game mode plus, but it doesn't really matter. Would I ever go and play no sweat mode now? It doesn't really make any sense. No, doesn't really make any sense now since we did normal. Once you raise the bar, there's no reason to lower it. But we're done with this series. I want to thank you for watching this. I have lots of other series that are on my channel. Click on my name, Rydo, go to my playlist. You'll see all kinds of playlists for different games. I have a few spotlights of games too that you might want to check out. I'm always putting out new games, always doing it. We're gonna try and do the Stanley Parable next. That'll be the next game, hopefully, that gets released. And I still haven't checked to make sure I have permission and all, but it shouldn't be a problem. Or it might be a problem. Who knows? That's what I'm gonna try to do next. If not, there will be some other game. We'll be replacing this, getting released in this time slot, as it were, for this series. I hope you enjoyed this series. This is, at the end of the day, this is a above average good game that has a very unique system of its narrator talking and commenting on what you're doing. Something that really hasn't been completely replicated, even though we're going to do the Stanley Parable, which kind of does it. But does it in a very different way, I feel. There was a lot of world building in Bastion. There's a lot of interesting story that I wish they fleshed out more and kind of explained things better. I would love to see a Bastion 2. I imagine that's not beyond the realm of possibility. I'd love to see this continue with more levels, more weapons, or maybe not more weapons, but more of everything would probably be fine. I wasn't frustrated with the variety of weapons. I just felt that a lot of the weapons didn't have their usefulness. They often one weapon would get trumped by the other weapon. One ranged weapon would be better than the next one you got, would be better than the last one you got, so you never use the last ranged weapon you had. Pretty much once you have the Calamity cannon, there's no reason to use the repeater or the breaker bow. Or in very limited situations, and we're not given enough levels in situations in which it would be useful to go back and use the repeater after we have the Calamity cannon. Yeah, and I guess that's about it. I like this game. It's pretty good. Thumbs up, I suppose. let's wrap up. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. If you haven't seen all of this series, go back and watch it from the beginning, or if you liked it, go back and want to go back and watch it from the beginning. Do that. Sure, that helps me. It certainly helps me if people watch the same video more than once. So you can go back and just love it and watch it as many times as you want. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name Rydo. That takes you to my main YouTube page. There on the right is a support this channel blue button. Any amount that's donated will be greatly appreciated. You follow me through Twitter, Google+, Steam, Battle.net. All that information is down below in the description. That's where you can follow me. Please do follow me. Thank you for watching this series. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good evening.